Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player, you ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my hairstyle. Here lies young getting paid for. Never take a loss on my hairstyle. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm gang 3 times on my hairstyle. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hairstyle. Too late, you already lived.
It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could jump me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have it thoughts. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the I'm a player on the late night tip. So these see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog. Check the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss to death, friend protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss to death, friend protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger.
Money over on my hairstyle. Here lies young getting paid for. Never take a loss on my hairstyle. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm gang 3 times on my hairstyle. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hairstyle. Too late, you already lived. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome since 96. You were shook with Reeves and all the ledge. I'm your. What's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a. Here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for my strictly for my survival of the fittest. That's the sign of the police. I'm in deep cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right there's on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? The warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This on that quiet storm. T-O-N-Y. Top of New York with a pitchfork.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never get anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture me, you got to picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russia, ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they tussling, my neck and my belly on, they call it for me and they, you want me like me and I look, yeah, her Rex on her, yeah, B-Rex better calm down, yeah, if you go around, come around, yeah, whole squad, yeah, squad goes on the, yeah, make some orange gel on my toes, yeah, Farrakhan glass for the chosen, yeah, you can go and get mad, jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man, who's you, my shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too, dripping my swag, you about tag on, I got it in the bag, man, I'm getting all type of cash, I'm a general true, I never get anybody, but I got something to do with that, I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the, I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up, it was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it, I made me some rats in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder.
Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. They don't make a sound. Money goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I see that new Bay alert, gon' be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose too. Dripping in ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win. Are you pretty like no?
I never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skip to school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sister by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the folium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a vision, jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man, who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too, dripping my swag.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
they
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know.
It's caught inside the 25. They give him a gain of 38. See some heads shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big gain there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for him after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he used it to his great advantage.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A first down throw for Cousins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now the Purdue man. This is Akeem Hunt. And some room to maneuver. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back. But it's still a 3rd and 8.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Over the middle, complete. That's Hunt. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Now a carry here for Orleans Darklaw. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. So that'll back him up 5. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go play action. It's Rosen. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Rosen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On play action, Rosen. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. 1st down. Here's Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. This is Hunt. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll run it here with Hunt. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Tackle made by Antoine Bethea.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The son Reddick in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
We got three, fellas, we got three. The Hunt, whatever you need. Black.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins going for the deep ball. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Rosa here down around his own goal line. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Here's Sherrills. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Play action now. Cousins. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Corey Peters continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll toss it to Hunt. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
Now Cousins. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Space to maneuver at the 40. David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. He'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
First. Gun.
Second down, Cousins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to face a third down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On third down, it's Hunt. Nice move at the 40. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. More from Minneapolis after this.
Gun. Hey, we're good. The hard. 180.
Cousins on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They begin the drive with Johnson. Finding room inside the 40. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Dawson tacks on the point after. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He's going to air one out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at its second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be third down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That escapes the sack. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front, because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On second down, here's Rosen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Rosen. Lets it go for Nelson. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And out now come the Vikings. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Gun.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 34. And Dawson's kick is good. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, You feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? They'll
wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Rosen off the play action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll give it to him up the middle. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Aldrick Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They go play action here on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Here's Rosen. That is incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
And the blitz does come. And he's got Fitzgerald. First grab for Fitzgerald. He's got a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Gun!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Chad Williams, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever.
Hurry up, here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And now out comes Minnesota. And they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. A good pickup there at 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Cousins now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 43 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now Hunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They run again with Hunt. A spin. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Hakeem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
thicker the ply, thicker the ply, thicker the bag. Meet them a bite, now lease in no beamer. I'm Brian, no gun, I'm driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way it been made it. The is mad. Man in that bag, cause I'm all in my bag. Well, I ain't holding around. Just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for it out. She don't give a. She was in her bag. Fendi and some lane. Asked for a burger. Watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation. We was on roll like tires. Where we gon' I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, Mike. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one in the all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow Joe, kill mo, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl, hopping up about a Pearl 6, Louis Speed. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. Y'all in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
I sound it.
Okay, I'm back to school. This is open campus. This is I should slap it open-handed. Tough life, I told her motto she need lower standards.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A first down throw for Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 10 yards there and about by the nose of the football. He's going to have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. set him back 5 yards. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. Now it's Peterson. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And Nelson's got it here right side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now it's Rosen. Able to find Kirk complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down. First carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Rosen. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Everson Griffin in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
Here's Rosen to throw. Able to get away. And the pressure gets to him again. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him yet again, and he must be shell-shocked back there. That's now back-to-back-to-back sacks, and it's 4th down. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Sherrills to return it. Negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. A toss play to Hunt. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Cousins on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Play action now, Cousins. He finds an opening past the 40. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First down. Here's Cousins. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Chandler Jones able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the return is Peterson. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Play action here with Rosen. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First grab for Fitzgerald. He's got a first down. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Ben Gideon coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. From the gun, it's Rosen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ben Gideon in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Rosen. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Now Andy Lee will come on to punt this one away. Back deep is Marcus Sherrills. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at about the 14. Wiggles free. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here. A little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They're looking at a second. And short yardage to start things out. On the run, this is Hunt. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Cousins now to throw on first down. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They run with Hunt, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On play action, Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. This is Logan. And an alley to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well. But they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second down, Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his 6th touchdown.